Hi everybody, it's me, Jordan here, and today I'm going to talk about same-sex marriage getting legalized in the United States. Now, this is not something that's completely brand new. You know, there have been many European and African and Asian and Australasian countries and South American countries and North American countries that already legalized it. But it's a big deal for the United States because for a very long time the United States was one of those countries that was very hesitant, very, you know, uh, very hesitant, but also at the same time did not want to legalize it for various reasons. One, there were certain people in certain positions that had influence and found ways of keeping it from never becoming an issue. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, marriage is legally set up between a man and a woman. Now, if you look at the Bible and the Quran and the Torah, yes, that is true. But the government and the church or the synagogue or the mosque are separated by what is called the separation between church and state, meaning that a government's laws and rules is not bound by religion. Now, a lot of people who had power, of course, and were in those positions to vote no to it, used that all the time. They claimed that these people did not deserve to have equal rights. You know, that these people were to be shunned, to be, looked down upon and frowned down upon because of their sexual preference, and that was wrong. And last week, the United States finally legalized it. The Supreme Court finally voted to make same-sex marriage legal. And even though even though some of the multiple 50 states were against it, and even though some of the people didn't like it, they would respect the ruling and reinforce the federal law. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of people saying, oh great, the federal government was pressured into it. I don't think there was any pressure put on them. I don't think anybody kept saying, do it, do it, do it. I think that there were a lot of people that did, protest it. There were a lot of people who did suggest it should be done. And the opinion polls is that most people believe that people with sexual preference should deserve the right to be married too, even if it wasn't legally set up the way that according to religion, it was how it was supposed to be set up that way. And I'm very happy for same-sex marriage getting legalized, It was a tough fight, And trust me, the homosexual community had to fight it for a long time. For a very long time, they were lucky if any one of the multiple 50 states and multiple territories would legalize it. And if you happened to have lived in a state where it was legalized, then that was all good for you. But once the federal government decided to legalize it, it was legal everywhere. Now, I know there's going to be people who are going to try to overrule this. There's going to be people who are going to try to put pressure on the president and Congress and the Supreme Court to reverse the decision. There's going to be people in all the 50 states. You're going to have people trying to reverse this federal decision. You're going to have extremist religious people. And I'm not talking about the normal ones. You're going to have some Christians and Jews and Muslims and Buddhists and Hindus and the bio faiths and Sikhs and whatever try to claim that this is wrong, that the Bible and the Quran and the Torah say it's wrong, so that means it's wrong. But the last time I checked, I don't remember one of the 10 Commandments saying, thou shalt not have same-sex marriage. I don't really remember that. As far as I'm concerned, one of the 10 Commandments says thou shalt not commit adultery. So many people are going to do this. And apparently, it's very controversial. So apparently, I might get some hate for it because I supported this decision. You know, I'm very happy that same-sex marriage finally got approved, legalized in the United States, because I thought it was completely unfair that there were people who couldn't have that right or privilege, or, well, actually it was a privilege, believe it or not. According to the heterosexual people, to them it was a privilege. And if you were homosexual, then it was some type of privilege thing. Well, now it's a right and everybody has it. Now, there's going to be some people that are going to be hesitant, you know, about it. There are going to be some people who are going to try to find ways of legal loopholes. They're going to try to find some legal, local, or county or state legal loopholes that will try to override federal law. But state law and county law and local law cannot override federal law. We know this. But there's going to be people who are going to try to make, there are going to be people who are going to bite their tongue, bite the bullet, and they're going to go with it. You know. Now, do I agree with, am I against homosexuality? No. Actually, I'm not against it. And I know that's going to piss some people off because there's a lot of people who are against it for various reasons. They think it's a sin, it's a crime. Even though technically technically can't be a sin because I don't recall it being one of the 10 Commandments, so it can't be a sin. And last time I checked, it ain't a crime. I don't remember anyone getting arrested for, being involved in a same-sex relationship or whatever the case might be. So anyway, I'm very happy for this move. And I hope that, the people out there take advantage of it. And that the people who are strongly against it, get over it and learn to deal with it. It's legalized now. And that's about it. I'm Jordan Long, and I hope you enjoyed this video.